In this video, you will learn how to meditate. First, I will share with you what all the major meditations have in common, and then I will guide you through a meditation. We will also do some chanting. So what all formal meditations have in common is that you're seated. You're sitting with your spine nice and long. You can sit on the floor, on a mat, on blankets, elevating your pelvis, which may make it much more comfortable for you to be sitting, especially if you're sitting for a while. You can sit in the half lotus or the full lotus pose or a simple cross-leg position. Or you can sit in a chair or on a bed. You can also lean back if you need to. What's most important is that your spine is nice and long, all the vertebrae are aligned. Also, what meditations have in common is that the eyes are either closed or halfway closed, partially closed, gazing maybe toward the floor in front of you, a few feet, a few centimeters in front of you, as it is practiced in some of the Buddhist traditions. Also, what meditations have in common is that the focus is on the breath. Some involve deep breathing, and other entire meditations focus on the breath. The entire meditation is focusing the mind on the breath. Another thing that meditations have in common is that you focus on something like the breath, as I mentioned, or something else, keeping your mind focused over an extended period of time on your chosen target. Now, what you focus on involves your senses, including the mind. So you could focus on the sound of the ocean. As I'm here and here, I'm near the ocean. So it could be an external sound, or it could be an internal sound, such as the repetition of a mantra. Mantra, mana means mind, tra means to protect, to transform, to expand. So the mantra helps us to go beyond the mind. So repeating a mantra silently is another way of meditating, creating an inner sound vibration, a certain vibration within and throughout your being. You can also focus on seeing, maybe seeing a sunset, or looking at a tree, or classically looking at the flame of a candle and keeping your mind focused on the flame of a candle. So it could be an external object, the candle, or an internal light that you're visualizing, perhaps in your heart, light in your heart, a point of light. Or you could focus on bodily sensations, as it is done in some meditations. So it's important that you choose something that you focus on, and that you keep your mind focused on that. And in one sitting, in one meditation, which we'll practice also here today, you can focus on a number of different things at different times throughout your meditation. But the intention is to keep your mind on that which you chose to focus on. Now, the last thing that all meditations have in common, formal meditations have in common, is a certain regularity. That is, to meditate regularly. And based on some studies, it is recommended to meditate twice a day for at least 20 minutes. Now, if 20 minutes seems like a lot to you, of course you can do less. Start with less. Maybe start with 1 minute twice a day. That's fantastic already. That's more than most people are doing now. And then add another minute. Keep increasing it until you eventually meditate for 20 minutes twice a day. In the morning and in the evening are good times, before sunrise or at sunrise, or in the afternoon, perhaps before dinner. It's not good to meditate on a full stomach because our blood goes to the digestive system and not to the brain, and it's harder to meditate on a full stomach. So in the morning, in the afternoon, or some people like to meditate before going to sleep. So before going to bed, you may put out your mat, your pillows, and sit for a while before you actually go to bed. Or you could sit on your bed and then fall asleep right away after your meditation. I mentioned earlier meditation is done sitting, and one of the main reasons why it's recommended to meditate in a seated posture is because when we lie down, we tend to fall asleep. So it's much better to meditate sitting. A good way of preparing our being for meditation is through singing, chanting. Now, there's a chant that I'd like to share with you, and I invite you to sing along. And the chant, the words are Sanskrit, and they are Lokha Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu, which means may all beings everywhere be happy and free. So as you repeat the chant, think of this being yourself, wishing yourself to be happy and free. Those that you know and that you love, and then also those you might feel neutral toward, and then including those that you may not feel particularly attracted toward. Maybe those people you don't particularly like. So join me for this chant. You can also repeat the words silently, internally, if you'd rather do that. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 And twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 And close your eyes or keep them closed if they are already closed. Sit with your spine nice and long, your head centered, your shoulders soft and relaxed. Relax your arms. You can rest your hands on your knees with your palms down, or the backs of your hands on your knees or thighs with your palms facing up. Or you could interlace your fingers and rest them in your lap. Or you could place your right hand inside of your left hand with all your fingers lined up and your thumbs, the tips of your thumbs lightly touching at the height of your navel, a little bit forward, creating a circle of an infinity. You could also rest your hands down if it's strenuous for your arms. Or another option that I'll offer is you can interlace your fingers and you have your thumbs lightly touching. Choose the position that's most comfortable. You can use any other hand gesture that you'd like. For a moment, scan your surroundings. Be conscious of the sounds that live in this environment. Without judgment, praise or criticism, simply notice the sounds that are alive at this moment. Notice if it's just one sound, or if there's a number of different sounds. Notice the sounds that might be outside of the space that you're in. And the sounds within this environment that you're in, the room. And then shift your attention, open your awareness to your nostrils, and notice if there's any sense in the air. Becoming mindful of what is. And then notice where your body is touching the mat or the chair. Notice your sit bones, the bottom of your pelvis. Notice your feet, what your feet are touching. Feel how your body interacts with the external world. Noticing which parts of your body are contacting the ground, mat, blanket, or chair. And then bring your awareness into your body and become aware of any sensations that are alive within your body. Feel the energy flowing through your system. You might feel the blood flowing, feel the temperature. Sense your hands, feel the temperature in your hands. Notice if your hands are rather warm or rather cool. Maybe one hand is warm, the other one is cool. And maybe some parts of your hands are warm while others are cool. And feel the temperature in your feet. And as your body relaxes, you might notice your hands and feet warming. What happens when the parasympathetic nervous system is activated? So we relax, the blood flow to the hands and feet increases. And then notice any sensations of vibration, subtle energy within your body. Feel the entire inner energy field within your being. And then become aware of your belly and your chest as you're breathing. Notice which parts are moving, which parts of your belly and chest. Notice where you feel breath the most, in your belly or in your chest. Notice the air flowing in and out through your nostrils. Ideally, you're breathing through your nostrils, and ideally your left nostril is open, which stimulates more the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of your autonomic nervous system. And begin to deepen your breathing just for a few breaths, about 3 breaths. Intentionally breathe into the belly, to the lower regions of your abdomen, down toward the pelvic floor. Feel that as you inhale, the belly moves out, and as you exhale, the belly moves in. And then release that. Let go of the control of your breathing. Just feel yourself being breathed. Let the breath be natural. So simply focusing on the breath, you're meditating already. You might notice that thoughts come in. Thoughts about work, or thoughts about family, thoughts about your health, thoughts about your friends, your hobbies, your passions. So you can label them. You're thinking about work, you could label that thought work. Then bring your full awareness to it, and trying to let go of your thoughts and blocking your thoughts usually doesn't work. But what does work, as you give your full awareness to the thought lets go of you. And keep coming back to the breath. And to keep the mind more focused on the breath, you can count the breaths. I'll offer 2 techniques of counting the breaths. So you're inhaling freely. The exhale is free as well, and you're thinking 1 or counting 1. You're inhaling again. And then as you exhale, 2. Inhale again. Exhale, think 3. Inhale, and as you exhale, start again, 1. So you're counting the exhales, 3 exhales. And do that for a few cycles now, counting the exhales. So the breaths are free. You're simply counting the exhales and focusing on lengthening the exhales just a little bit and staying present at the end of the exhale, and the pause, the natural pause after the exhale. And I'd like to offer you a second way of counting the breath, which is slightly more demanding, slightly more challenging. This time we're counting from 1 to 10, both the inhales and the exhales. The odd numbers during the inhales and the even numbers during the exhales. You're inhaling deeply and you're exhaling. And then as you inhale, you think or you count 1. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 6. Inhale 7. Exhale 8. Inhale 9. And exhale 10. And start again. Inhale 1. And do that for a couple of cycles. So the breaths are free. You're not trying to breathe deeply or in any special way. You're simply counting the breaths. If you notice your mind is jumping around, simply come back to the breath and start again. Start all over. Zen mind, beginner's mind. So you have already learned various ways of meditating in the short first part of this class, such as tuning to the different sensations within your body, or tuning into the channel of hearing, and so forth. Focusing on the breath is another way of meditating. counting the breaths. These are all different ways. You can do them all in one meditation, or you could meditate just focusing on the sound or the breath. Now in this last part of this class, I would like to share with you how to use a mantra while you're meditating. And I'll chant it first. I invite you to join me again, and then I'll guide you through how to use this mantra in your meditation. If you need to change your position, that's fine. What's important is that you're comfortable and steady at all times. The mantra is Baba Nam Kevalam. Baba Nam Kevalam means love is all there is. Everything is an expression of supreme love. Everything is an expression of supreme consciousness. So as you sing these words, these Sanskrit words, this mantra, I invite you to also think of its meaning, thinking of love is all there is, or as the Beatles sing, all you need is love. Baba Nam Kevalam, 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 Baba Nam Kevalam. Again, check your posture. Sit with your spine nice and long. Head centered. Soften your shoulders. Find a comfortable position for your hands. Your eyes closed, or at least partially closed.
re-enter your breathing. And we call the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. One way of using this mantra with the breath in meditation, that as you inhale, you repeat the words silently, Baba Nam, and as you exhale, Kevalam. So on the inhale, it's Baba Nam, and on the exhale, Kevalam. Keep breathing. Keep repeating the mantra. And remember the meaning. Remember to think of its meaning. Love is all there is. You can sit here for as long as you'd like. You could set a timer. And then as you come out of your meditation, remember to move slowly and take this awareness with you into your day.